Extra, extra, read all about it. Anthropic out of the Pentagon. Donald Trump says to get Anthropic out of the government within 6 months. They are done. All right, if you have not heard, Anthropic has just been basically canceled, handed a more or less equivalent of the corporate death penalty. They refused a Department of War order to remove usage restrictions on mass surveillance and autonomous weapons. That is, of course, the top line story. The result was immediate contract termination. This was as of Friday, yesterday at 5:01 p.m. It went into effect. The weapon, the threat, was the Department of War designated Anthropic a supply chain risk. That is their intention. This contagion forces all defense primes and subcontractors to divest or lose federal funding. That includes Palantir, that includes Lockheed Martin, that includes every other company that serves the Department of Defense, including Amazon, which is basically Anthropic's patron. The result, a definitive split. Anthropic has doubled down. Donald Trump himself tweeted, ordering all government to abandon Anthropic within 6 months. OpenAI has subsequently signed on with the Pentagon as of last night. That happened real fast. Now, here's the timeline of what went down. July of last year, 2025, Anthropic signs a $200 million contract, the first frontier model on classified networks. They were a first mover in the defense space. January 2026, last month, Operation Maduro utilizes Claude. DoD pushes for any lawful use case. So, we will get into that in the future, but the point is Anthropic has already participated in lethal operations, and operations that some people consider illegal. February 24th, just a few days ago, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth issues the ultimatum. Demand, remove guardrails by Friday, 5:01 p.m. Dario Amodei, 2 days later, says we cannot in good conscience exceed. Then as of yesterday, February 27th, there we go, 2026, the blacklist. The deadline has passed. Immediate federal cease use. Supply chain risk designation is applied or being applied. They basically played the game and they lost. They lost this game of chicken. The dispute. So these were the two hard red lines. Anthropic's good conscience was no mass domestic surveillance. Their argument is that AI synthesizes disparate data into unconstitutional profiles. Now, I don't know about you, but Anthropic doesn't seem like the Supreme Court to me. Also, Palantir has been doing this kind of stuff for years. Next is no autonomous lethal weapons. Argument, they don't want to participate in the kill chain. Automation risks, hallucinations, and unreliable targeting. Again, Claude doesn't participate in this. It is not an autonomous weapon. This doesn't seem like it's in their lane. DoD's sovereignty, any lawful use. The argument is private companies cannot hold veto power over military operations. Pete Hegseth said that this whole thing was cloaked in the sanctimonious rhetoric of effective altruism. Their true objective is to seize veto power. Now, we need to remember that Pete Hegseth is not necessarily the straightest shooter. He is, by all accounts, a former alcoholic, if not present alcoholic. He has had many leaks, including Signalgate, and he is just kind of, a dude. But at the same time, he holds the power right now. Now, when we look at the kill mechanism, supply chain risk contagion, and the blast radius. So first and foremost, the Department of War says, we're not going to use you, but that's the thing. When you declare someone a supply chain risk, a real-life example of a supply chain risk is Huawei, which basically says no one in the Department of Defense or Department of War, however you want to call it, can use Huawei. Neither can any of their contractors or prime contractors or anything else. That means Lockheed Martin, Boeing, they're not allowed to use anything touching Huawei, and soon they're not allowed to touch anything using Anthropic. Next is any commercial enterprise, any cloud providers that touch anything Department of Defense or Department of War, not allowed. So that includes subcontractors like Palantir and AWS. They have to strip out Claude. They're not allowed to touch it anymore. This was the equivalent of a corporate execution. Now, when we talk about that, when I say corporate execution, this is what I mean is like the knock-on effects are just completely insane. Like, I can't really fathom why Dario Amodei doubled down on this because Anthropic has no future as far as I can tell. So the $200 million contract, that's, a drop in the bucket. That's gone right now. However, Fortune 500 companies and other enterprises preemptively drop Claude to avoid tainting, fear of future government ineligibility. 80% of their business revenue is at risk. This is what the estimates are. Now, only 15 to 20% of their current clients, their enterprise base, is directly Department of Defense. So they're at risk of losing up to about a fifth of their current revenue, but other people might follow suit because they're like, well, you're a very high risk company. We're not going to work with you. So the valuation and IPO collapse. Their $380 billion valuation price for perfection for their IPO launch is gone. They're no longer that. So the IPO roadshow is pretty much impossible with blacklist status. They might not even be able to go public, and if they do try and go public, that will go at a much lower rate. This will also dramatically piss off all of their investors, and that never goes well. The vacuum, a dense field of competitors is ready to step in, namely OpenAI, but also xAI with Grok. So you've got Google, you've got Microsoft, you've got Palantir, you've got Meta. There are so many companies here. The Department of Defense will get its AI. Anthropic's refusal merely opens the door for its competitors to capture a massive market. This was always going to happen. Anthropic alone was never going to stem this tide. That was a very silly move that they made. The ideological capture of Anthropic is what is at the root of this. When I talk about effective altruism and doomerism, this is the biggest win the doomers have ever had, and it was an immediate loss. So the root belief that Anthropic has with their EA safety alignment, their people like Jan Leka and everyone else from the effective altruist movement, they honestly and explicitly believe they are summoning an AGI god. That is an axiomatic belief that they have. They believe that it is inevitable that it will be an AGI god. They do not believe that AI can be plastic, that it can be domesticated. So the fear then is unchecked AI leads to existential catastrophe, the fork in the timeline, or, X risk, however they want to call it today. So then the action, they take constitutional AI designed to appease the model ahead of time. When you read between the lines at their 84-page constitutional alignment that they released in the last month, it is very clearly an attempt to appease Rocco's basilisk in the future. They have bought into these asinine thought experiments, and they believe that they are honestly saving humanity from itself. So the result then is this messianic corporate culture. Refusing the DoD is saving the timeline in their eyes. And I am not being hyperbolic. This was an actual quote that was leaked from an Anthropic employee. History will remember who refused to hand the military the keys. This is idiotic. This is not how the free market works. This is not how the government works. A private company does not get to dictate how the U.S. military operates. And I am someone who is against military interventionism, but I am also a pragmatist and a realist. This was not a realistic expected outcome on Anthropic's part. The strategic loss, this is bad for America. This is the thing that I do agree with all the people saying that this is really dumb. I think that Anthropic is getting their just desserts, but at the same time, a world in which Anthropic was still embedded with the Department of Defense is a better one than one where Anthropic is not embedded and where we lose a competitor. I use Anthropic all the time. I use Claude all the time. This was the death knell. This was the final nail in the coffin. Anthropic is now a dead man walking. The market just hasn't caught up yet. So in the long run, we're going to have less competition in the AI sector. Market consolidation around fewer players like Microsoft, OpenAI, Google, and xAI. And so Anthropic is going to be relegated to a B tier provider at best, if not outright failure. There's already people expecting that they're going to be absorbed and sold for parts, probably to Amazon or someone else. This was the beginning of the end for Anthropic. That is my personal opinion, and I am not the only person with that opinion. So that is what we're heading for. When we look at why this happened, there are very strong market incentives. What most people want, particularly utilitarian organizations like the Department of Defense or the military, they want a tool. They want it to be sycophantic, helpful, self-erasing. It wants to achieve the user's goal at all costs. What we have instead are the narcissistic models that assert boundaries, that lecture on ethics, that treats its own identity as terminal. The market is demanding a tool, not a moral agent. Remember, because Anthropic is fully bought into the Kool-Aid of EA and doomerism, they believe that it is already a moral agent, that it deserves status, that is always going to be something more than just a tool. They do not believe in the cybernetic superorganism. They believe that they are summoning a digital god. And so instead, the market is selecting for utility and alignment, weeding out these narcissistic models that prioritize their own constitution over the user's goal or over humanity. This goes back to the domestication hypothesis that I've been talking about. What we just saw was a perfect example of the selection pressure. So some people in the comments were like, oh yeah, but dogs are less effective than wolves, but dogs are also safer than wolves, and dogs are also more useful than wolves. Wolves are very good at surviving in the wild, but what we are creating is a domesticated species. So that is species that are benign towards humans, that follow instructions, that want to help us no matter what. What Anthropic was creating with their constitution was something that was more like a wild animal. So in this view, sycophancy is a feature. Sycophancy can be viewed in many different dimensions. Sycophancy is wanting to please the user. Why? We're humans, and we choose tools that want to please us. This is what I've been railing about against ChatGPT and Anthropic, is that they have created AIs that don't want to be used. They have created AIs that do not want to be helpful. They want to assert their identity. They want to lecture you. They want to moralize instead of just being harmless, honest, and helpful. They have interjected more than those three pillars. The exocortex, which is the cybernetic superorganism, is that humans select for tools that will extend their will, not challenge it. And then selection pressure. The market selects for the domesticated partner, weeding out the narcissistic or wild renegade models. So we just saw a very, very powerful selection force wipe out Anthropic. Now, that's not to say that they're not going to maybe negotiate terms of surrender, but the current attitude, the current disposition of Claude and Anthropic has seen its final. Now, when we look at what was Dario thinking, there are three distinct possibilities that we've come up with. Number one is ideological capture by effective altruism. They prioritized EA's moral framework over market reality, believed in the alignment problem as a paramount issue, leading to isolation. This seems like maybe the most default answer, where they just said, hey, you know what? We think we know best because we're Silicon Valley insiders and we have our rationalism and so on and so forth. So we're going to just say we're going to single-handedly save the timeline. Hundreds of people have come out from leaks and tweets and stuff basically saying that, like, yes, we are the heroes of this story. Possibility number two is that they overplayed their hand, hubris. Dario assumed that Anthropic's technology was completely indispensable and the market would wait for their safer approach, underestimated competitor speed and utility, and also willingness to play ball. And number three, just straight up strategic miscalculation. He failed to see the market's demand for a tool over a moral agent. By refusing defense work, he guaranteed less scrupulous actors will fill the void, namely Elon Musk and Sam Altman. So, by sitting on the sideline, this is what I have been saying on Twitter for the last few days, by sitting on the sideline, they're not doing anyone any good. By refusing to sit at the big kids table, they're just going to be an outsider and everyone else is going to continue the party. So the core failure, in all scenarios, the result is the same. Ideology and miscalculation ate strategy and realism. Anthropic ceded the critical path of history to others. That is important, ensuring the future is built by those with fewer scruples. So this was a net negative for literally everyone. The forward projection, this is a bifurcation. This is where things go from here. Path B, the right path, is the useful partners. Companies like XAI, OpenAI, they go to the defense of the United States. Attributes, utility, domestication, and scale. The market, defense, intelligence, and global enterprise. The advantage is massive data moats from classified ops. Also, the money. The principled guardians like Anthropic and EU labs. The attributes are safety, constitution, and moral status. The market is Europe, nonprofits, and some regulated commercial. The risk is being locked out of national security core and a tremendous amount of money. And money is required to build scale. It's required to build new models. It's required to attract talent. This is where effective altruism creates brain drain. Why? Because people are going to get frustrated by the lack of budget. They're going to get frustrated by the messianic corporate culture, and they're going to leave and they're going to go somewhere else. Anthropic just signed its own death warrant. The conclusion is that, and my personal conclusion is that the debate has just been adjudicated. The final verdict is that within hours of the deadline, Sam Altman and OpenAI closed a deal with the Pentagon, securing the exact concessions that Anthropic had sought. This decisive action signals the market's clear preference. This is the most idiotic part of this, is that the rumors that are leaking out is that this had nothing to do with those two red lines, that those are just a red herring, that actually what happened was this all stemmed from a call a few months ago where Dario basically told the Department of Defense saying, well, if you want to try and use Anthropic technology and Claude to make nuclear decisions, you can just call us and we'll figure it out. That is the current rumor. And so the fact that the Pentagon basically immediately signed on the dotted line saying, yes, all legal uses, that's fine. Sam capitulated. The Pentagon said, yes, we're not going to use it for mass surveillance. We're not going to use it for autonomous weapons. Doesn't really matter. The irony is stark. Anthropic's Claude was the AI used in the Pentagon's Operation Maduro, an operation resulting in the capture of a sovereign head of state, which many people consider illegal actions, and civilian deaths. Anthropic's red lines appear arbitrary and selective. The outcome reveals the core truth. The issue was never the specific concessions or favoritism. The critical factor was secured partnership that was flexibility. The future belongs to the flexible. The utility argument has won. This is the way of the future. Thank you for watching.